has something to say. So I don't respond to them directly, but I respond here live. And that gives all of you all the opportunity to engage in real time, ask questions, and you can also comment your personal feelings or opinions about the topic. But come in, everybody, come in. I hope you all are having a blessed Sunday so far. I hope your weekend has been great. I'm going to go ahead and tell you all to have a blessed week for work. Those of you that go to work, have a blessed school week. For all of you all who are in college or you are taking certain classes, or you may be younger and you follow me and watch me, shout out to you. I'm telling you all ahead of time, I speak nothing but prosperity, good health, wealth, protection from Jesus Christ, all of that for you all ahead of time of the new week that is coming up on us. But I wanted to talk to you all because I'm very passionate about what I speak about. Gifted to Worship and Lisa Marie Hubbard. I see you all. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate all of you all. Whoever is giving me these hearts, God bless you. I love you. I love you. But I wanted to really talk about this. It may be unimportant to some people, but to me, it is not unimportant. And I believe all content creators and influencers need to join in on this topic because I think sometimes people get confused about how the internet and how social media works. And so if you have been a part of the social media boom, or you are a influencer or a content creator, it does not matter whether you're saved or not, because I'm not going to necessarily say that this live is to be spiritualized. I am a saved woman, but I address all topics across the board. I have to keep telling people this because when people make certain comments, I know that they are not knowledgeable or educated on certain things. Neither are they observant. Because if people are really observing and if they really understand how the internet works and social media works, whether you are saved or not, you would not say certain things that you say. You wouldn't even ask certain questions that you ask. So today, in real time, I want you all to tune in and take away what you can from this. Don't look at this as being negative. Don't look at this as is shady or anything of that nature. It is just something I've observed, and I've observed it for many years, and I did not speak out on it. That's it. That is my heart in this or on this topic. It's nothing more, nothing less. I'm going to be bold enough and courageous enough to speak out on unfair treatment that I either discern or that I observe. And it's not just about me. It's about plenty of other content creators and influencers in this YouTube space. And it's not just on YouTube. Some of you all, you're on Facebook, you are on Twitter, you are on Instagram, Rumble, and many other social media sites. But let me first say this. Thank God that YouTube is a space that gives everybody a voice and a platform. I'm not here to badmouth YouTube because I know when I put out the video that YouTube blows up who they want to blow up. Some people mistook that as me, I guess, bashing YouTube or saying something negative. No. Like I said in the message, it's just my personal observations and what I've seen. And this is not something that I'm making up. I am not the only content creator that has spoken out on this. It's just that people ignore it, they overlook it. They don't want to talk about it. I don't know if it's because they are afraid of losing their platform or their influence or monetization. I don't know. But it shouldn't be taken in a negative place. It's just observations and information that I'm sharing because really I want to encourage you all that are small content creators. You have under 10,000 people that are subscribed to you, or you have 2,000 or 3,000 people that are subscribed to you, and you feel weak, you feel drained, you feel like it is pointless what you are putting out in the world. I'm really here not only to give you all information, but to encourage those of you who are in this space. You do have the gift of gab. You speak very well. You are literally educated on certain things you talk about. You have the life experience to warn, rebuke, and correct other people in love. Do I always get it right? Has it been times where I have been a little bit harsh, or the cadence in my voice has changed and went up? Yeah, of course. I'm a human being. All of us are. But what I'm saying is that you have got to take information that people give you without looking at it behind the eyes of insecurity and offense. When people put out information, or when somebody is bringing rebuke or correction, you have got to stop taking it as that person is bitter, that person is haughty, that person is belittling you, that person is negative, that person is mean. We are in a world where people just don't want anything said. I'm repeating myself. I talk about this all the time. Jeanette, I see you. Shelly, Angela, I see all of you all. Thank you, beautiful ladies, you kings and queens, brothers and sisters in Christ. Thank all of you all for tuning in. But stop believing and thinking through your offense that when people are telling you to do better and to be better overall, that it's an attack against you. It's not an attack. This includes me. I need to be better. I need to do better in certain aspects of my life. But I boldly talk about and address certain things because I want changes to the masses. That is what we are. When I say we, I'm saying people who are in Christ. We are supposed to be lights of the world. Now, whether certain people feel you are a light to them, that's another conversation. That's a personal problem. But overall, when we go out, we are not supposed to be in the world, but we're in the world, but not of the world. Meaning we are not supposed to be partaking in the worldly affairs. But as a light, we are supposed to bring rebuke and correction and even information for people to be better. It's not judgment. It's not saying you're the scum of the earth or you will never amount to anything. It's just to make you aware of certain things that you do and what will come behind the decisions that you make. So anyway, I told you all the other day in a video that YouTube blows up who they want to blow up. And this is a fact. I know you all don't probably agree with that. You probably don't recognize it. I know some people think that the more work you put in and the harder that you work, that is a guarantee that you will get catapulted, you will get more influence, you will make more money, you will become more popular. In some cases, yes, that may work or have worked for some people. But you all know, just like I know, the internet as a whole, I don't care what social media platform you are on, the internet as a whole thrives off mess, controversy, drama, fights, and what they deem as tea. That's what they thrive off of. If somebody comes up here and they are arguing and they are fighting with someone, talking about them, hitting below the belt, talking about how they look, or putting their personal business out here, automatically it's going to get you all's attention. You're going to enjoy it. Maybe not all of you all, but the majority of people, they're going to watch it. They are going to tune in to it. If you are up here talking about kingdom spouses, or people are telling you you are about to get married, if they're telling you you are about to get money, if people are coming up here saying they're 35 or 40 years old and they don't have any friends, these are topics that get attention. These are topics that get people tuned in, and it gets people to talking. And so what you all have to know is that if you are not doing what the algorithm does, you won't necessarily be one of the popular content creators in the algorithm. You have to know how to play the game. And if you make a personal decision and choice to not play the game, then whatever comes with your platform, your influence, and your content creation, that is what it will be. How do people act like they don't know that this is factual? How are some people acting like they don't know that this is real? This is very real. And so I told you all, and I'm going to say it again, but I'll go into more depth when I explain it. I'll elaborate on it more. When you are holding people accountable, when you are, like I said, bringing correction and rebuke, it is going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. Hey, Randy. Hey, Isaac. America First, I see you. It's going to make people uncomfortable. People are not going to want to hear it. People are going to feel like you are calling them out and they personalize the message. People have a very bad habit of this. Some people are not, and I want to say it the right way, they're not intelligent in a sense of where they understand that when they are hearing information, that it is not directed towards them personally. And so if they are not in that place, they will personalize information that they are getting and feel like that individual who is talking is specifically talking about them. And that is when people will start to hate you. That is when people will try to investigate you, to try to dig up dirt on you and talk about you. And this is why we see a lot of exposure videos. People personalize content creation all the time when it's general. It's corporate. It's corporate. It's not that somebody has a microscope or a camera and they're looking inside of your home or your car or your place of work or your place of business. I don't know what you all are doing. Other people who talk about certain things, they don't know what you're doing, but it's general, especially if somebody is following God. Overall, in the spirit realm, if you are connected to God, if you have a prayer life, if you are in that Bible, as you pray, as you communicate with the Lord will reveal certain things to you. Sometimes he will reveal certain things to you about an individual person, but it's a way that you handle that. You can handle that in private. But if God has blessed you with a platform, if he has blessed you with influence, and God has impressed it upon your spirit, or his voice spoke to you literally and said, tell the people this, tell the people that, tell my sons or daughters this or that. That is when you all will see different messages flowing across the internet, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook, and anywhere else. I have to give these details because a lot of you all, Ladina, I see you, Little Mouse, hey, a lot of you all still act like you don't understand this. And so I have to be very detailed. Just be patient with me. Give me grace. That's what I'm asking you all humbly. But anyway, people will personalize certain messages when it's just general. If it does happen to hit home for you, take the information and you improve. You take it and say, well, I know he or she is not directly talking to me, but I am guilty of this thing they are bringing correction on. I am guilty of doing and saying or not doing or saying the things that they're touching on. So in private, I'm going to go to God and ask God to help me with this. Mature me, deliver me, redeem me from what has already been done as far as the damage that I've caused in the lives of other people or myself. You all have to understand it. Let's be real. We are grown men and women. Let's stop playing this game where we're always offended. Do you all know how many people in this world and the body of Christ especially, they are highly offended at things that people put out and talk about and say? They can't even get through their day and focus and take care of their home, their spouse, or anything else they have going on because they walk around with the spirit of offense. And they really are the ones that are bitter. So on YouTube, and I'm going to say it again, I notice that when you are not talking about all the popular topics that are in your feed, that you get washed away. Okay? Get washed away, your content is not going to be as popular. Now, somebody made a statement to me. I deleted their comment and I blocked them, but I'm gonna answer them live since they had a lot to say. Because when people come up here and say something, it's never a regular. I tell you all this all the time. It's never somebody like those of you who tune in. Hey, Danny, it's never a person that is a regular that I see, that I know, and that I talk to. So they said several things. But one thing they said is, well, you belittle people. It's your spirit. Okay, so let's address that. I'm asking you all before I continue, be honest with me. Do you all feel that I belittle you? Because if you feel this way, I need to go into the face of God. This is something that I need to improve. But let me give you all the definition of belittle, because I really feel like some people say these words and they don't know the real definition of the words that they speak. Belittle means to make somebody or something seem unimportant. So this individual, their name was JB underscore something something. They did not have a thumbnail photo. And this is something that I also observe. The people that have a lot to say about me, or they feel like they are calling me out, they never have an actual photo of themselves. Their picture is a letter or a picture of anime or some type of cartoon or a plate of food or roses or something. It's never their face. They never have a public email. They never have anything where you can respond back to them. So they get bold. And then you never see them on any of your other lives, any of your videos. They've never emailed you behind the scenes, but they'll see something, get offended off of it, and then have a lot to say. So let's just, like I said, let's just address that. This individual said that I belittle people, and so that's why maybe my content isn't being pushed like that, because I belittle people. Who do I make feel unimportant? Because that's what the definition of belittle. Immediately when I read this, I'm like, I belittle people. I spend time talking to people. I respond to every single comment if I see it. Some I will heart if it's a lot of messages and comments coming in at one time. But I make people seem unimportant? I don't think so. So I'm just asking you all. I want you all to be real. Don't come up here and lie to me because you love me for real. Those of you who do, or those of you who really do respect me and you like me. I am a big girl. I can take the criticism. I am not above rebuke. Please hold me responsible, hold me accountable. And in private, I go to God about this stuff, because maybe when I talk or I share certain things, maybe I do come off kind of harsh. This person said, oh, in the beginning, when you keep saying you were up here since 2013, but you were humble and things you talked about resonated, but now you've become haughty. Well, actually, I'm confused now. So you guys tune in and tell me if that's correct, because I'm going to take the information you give me and change this. But I'm confused because over 10 years ago, people then said that I was prideful. They said I was mean. They said I was spitting vitriol. They said that I was negative. Which one is it? Which one is it? Because over 10 years ago, if you all tap into these older messages, oh, God has done a mighty work on me. He really has. Because back then, I really didn't have a filter like I do now. I was coming shooting straight from the hip. I still shoot straight from the hip, but baby, it was worse then. It was way worse then. When I was making videos and they said, but it was the same thing that you were talking about back then. How? When back then I wasn't giving scriptures. I wasn't really giving scriptures. If you all dig into my videos in 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, those videos were not scripture based. I would talk about God, but the context and me giving you all more elaborate information, I wasn't doing that. I was just turning on my camera and talking and going off about what I was passionate about what I went through or what I saw other people go through. So see, I'm confused. Now, you all might be confused about, well, why is Kiki talking about this stuff? I'm talking about this stuff to prove and bring me to the point of this live overall. This is why I say, don't go out of your way and drain yourself, make yourself sick. Don't cry and be offended because you're not getting the views or the subscribers that you feel you should from the work you put in. Because these people up here, they don't comment, they don't like, they don't share. They will be the ones that sit in the stands watching you for years. They could tell you all the ups and downs, ins and outs of your channel and your platform, but they will only come out if it's something that they personalize. If they personalize something and they feel that you're directing something towards them, then they will get upset and they will get offended and say certain things to you without really thinking. And so that's why I'm telling you all, I know for a fact, and I've sat on it for years and years, because I said, let me watch and observe this. This person says, oh, you were getting over 2, 3, 4, 500,000 views because at the time you were humble, but now you belittle people. It's your spirit. But back then, exactly what that person said yesterday, that's what people were saying about me then. Now I have calmed down. God did actually deal with me. My best friends dealt with me and said, Kiki, you're a little bit too harsh, sis. BFF, you gotta tone it down. Tone it down. And I've toned it down. Thank you, Danny. I've toned it down. And so that's the point that I'm making, is that whatever you do, you can come up here and give information and be sweet as pie. Somebody will still perceive and interpret the information that you're giving as you are belittling people, you are negative, you are jealous, you are bitter, you are haughty, you are arrogant. Any little confidence that somebody sees that you carry, they will call you haughty. They will call you uppity. Not everybody does this, but from my experience, it is insecure people that says this. Because when I get around other secure women, when I get around other confident women, they're not quick to go and say that other women are jealous of them. They are not quick to go and say that other people are haughty or uppity or prideful. Sometimes confidence can be misconstrued as you being haughty, arrogant, and prideful. It can, Moonlight Babe, I see you. It can be misconstrued as that. So wait, hold on, guys, because I'm getting a message. Um, it can be misconstrued as that when you are confident. And so I confidently and boldly put out information, and I am so unapologetic about it. I will never apologize for it. Even back then when I made mistakes in my messages, I still don't necessarily apologize for it, because I took it and I've grown from it. And if I have addressed the same message in 2025 that I addressed back in 2013, 14, 16, 18, 20, it is because I have more of a filter. It is because I've put more work in and got in that Bible and studied the context of certain messages that I put out. And I give updates, because as you grow spiritually, as you learn more, your delivery should be different. So for anybody that's confused, that feels like she's saying it like this and she's saying it like that, and I don't like how she's talking to people, and I feel she's belittling. If you feel like I make you feel unimportant, that is a personal issue. That's personal. Because I spend time when most content creators and influencers that have 50,000 plus, they don't even talk to you all. They don't address you at all. You all will go into big paragraphs about, oh, I love you, woman of God. I love you, man of God. I love how the Lord is using you. Please. And you will tell your stories and you will do all that. And they won't heart it. They will not comment. They will not address you. And so I would like to think that those are the people that belittle you. But I take time, precious time, out of my day, and I comment and respond to every last one of you. Every last one of you. If I don't, it's not personal. It's because there's so many messages coming in. I can't keep up. So I will heart it. Or sometimes, if you notice, I'll heart it and I'll leave and I'll come back hours later. Because you guys got to understand, I have a life I'm living. I got other things going on. So I will come back, even if it's a day or two later. I've responded to messages and comments people made 2 and 3 years ago, and I'm just not seeing them. This is a fact. This is real because I never want anybody to feel left out. I never want anybody up here on this platform to feel rejected. I don't want you all to feel like you are not seen. I don't want you all to feel like I literally don't care about you. You talking about a woman, I literally pray for my subscribers. I even pray for the people that come here and tune in. That's a fact. I'm not saying I'm praying for hours and I'm praying every single day, but I wholeheartedly go to the Lord about the people who follow me. And I pray for your safety, your healing. If any one of you is sick, I pray that God opens up the windows of heaven to release finances to you all that may be dealing with a spirit of poverty, homelessness, evictions. I address it all. And so I wanted to just get that out there. And I wanted you all to just be honest and come and tell me what it is that you feel I need to improve on, because I'll pray about it. And what I'm telling you is that I Moonlight Babe, thank you so much. Danny, I see you. DA, I see y'all. Thank you all so much. One thing I noticed about YouTube is, and I'm not the only content creator, there is a young woman. I don't like to name drop. I really don't. And the reason why I don't is not because I'm afraid of anybody, because I'm really not afraid of anybody, but I don't like to name drop because I don't need to say somebody's name to get more popular or to get clout. And I say that so humbly. I just don't need to do it. I don't need to intentionally throw myself out here to be relevant. I just don't. I do what I need to do and I get up out of here. And that's it. Whoever just sent this blessing, thank you so much. Moonlight Babe, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. God bless you. May God give it back to you 100-fold. But what I noticed up here on YouTube is that they have down the views that a lot of us popular content creators, because I'm gonna tell you all the truth and I can prove it to you in emails. If you have 50,000 plus subscribers, you are in the YouTube community looked at as moderately successful. That is how YouTube labels you. I can show you this in an email. You are looked at as moderately successful. Okay, so there's that. But I noticed that a lot of us with 50,000+ subscribers, our views have gone down considerably. People may say, well, people are not engaging, they're leaving, they're going to more popular people. That's not true. I am not the only content creator that takes notice to this. There is another young woman. She's also in the Christian community. Beautiful woman. She even said that money was held up by this platform and another platform, and she was struggling to pay her bills. I don't know if this woman has an outside job. I'm not really sure because I don't follow her, but a lot of her stuff has come down my feed, and so it's good material, so I'll view it sometimes for like 10 minutes. Usually she's up there from the couple of videos I've seen like 25-30 minutes, but I viewed her stuff for like 10 or 15 minutes. But she said she noticed how it's been up and down. How she started off getting 20, 30, 40, 50,000 views, and now she's barely getting 4,000 or 5,000 views. So when I put that in that message yesterday, YouTube blows up who they want. Why are people confused about this? Like I'm pulling this out the top of my head. Like I'm just saying something or making this stuff up. This is real stuff that goes on. This is real stuff that happens, guys. I'm not making this stuff up. But I noticed that the more I got in that word, the more I started giving in-depth context behind certain messages, the lower my views got. The more I talked about God, the more I exposed Satan, the less views I got. That's a fact. See, I know that they also tell you it's the aesthetic. Aesthetically, you're doing these videos in your car. You've got to invest in cameras. You've got to put all this makeup. You've got to get your lace front and a wig. You've got to put on your professional clothing. Your background got to be on point. Baby, it is people up here that has the aesthetic that you all maybe want or you're accustomed to. They have the makeup. They have the weave. They have the nice clothes. They have the fancy cameras and microphones. They have other people sitting at that table with them or in their little she shed or man cave. They have all of that and they still like getting low views. It's a woman that's up here. She goes and she is, what do you call that? A food influencer. And beautiful girl. And this girl has super low subscribers, but her videos are chef's kiss, top tier. This girl travels all around, going in different restaurants, a black woman, tasting out food. This young lady is in and out the country. Why is this girl under 15,000 subscribers? Pay attention to this stuff. It's because they pick and choose who they want to blow up. I'm telling you, they already know who's going to be a moneymaker for them. If you are not selling your soul, if you are not telling your business and exposing your children, your husband, your wife, your family, your sickness, how you got fired from your job, how you got evicted, how you lost your car because he got repossessed, how you got beat up at the bar, at the club. If it's no type of drama and you are just holding people accountable and talking about certain things, it is not going to be popular. It's just not. It's just not. And some of you may say, well, there's people in the Christian community. They have 400,000 and 500,000 people following them. They're talking about this. Yeah, but a lot of them, they do reaction videos. No shade to them. Because I don't know who eyes this is going to fall on. No shade to them. But when you talk about other people and you take their photo and put it as your thumbnail over that video, or you create AI, or you put in bold red and black or white letters, it's to get attention when you talk about other people. When you are exposing other people and calling other people out. Again, I'm not saying that these people are necessarily doing something wrong. If the Holy Spirit is leading somebody to expose certain people and God is telling them, talk about this person, confront this person personally on your platform, I'm not going to put my mouth on that or them. I don't have anything to say about that. But I'm talking about if somebody has a YouTube beef with somebody and they make a reaction or an exposed video, it is going to get a lot of views. Is going to get a lot of views. There have been several videos I've put up here and it was climbing within 30 minutes. It had over 1,000, 1,500, 1,700 views in under sometimes 15, 20, 30 minutes. And then I'll refresh the page, 800 or 900 views are gone. Other people have called it out. I have to find the video, but you all will see the comment. It may take me a while, but if I don't forget, I'll try to find a video because I know a lot of you all about receipts. You want to see the proof and the evidence of what people tell you because you'll call them a liar. You'll feel like they making something up. But a young lady came in my comments. She was like, they taking views from you, Miss Kiki, because when I first tuned into this video, it was at like 800 or 900 views. Now you all the way down to 250. Why is that happening? Maybe some of you all can answer the question. Like I said, I'm just bold enough to speak about this, but other people notice it. Other people notice it. When you get to a certain amount of subscribers, you will keep being knocked down to stay in the same bracket. This is a fact. This is a fact. This is something I've observed. It does not just happen with me. You will have 20 or 30 brand new subscribers that come in daily. And within 2 or 3 days, you'll get knocked right back down to that same number you have been at for the last 6, 8 months, 1 or 2 years. They will keep you there, whoever they is. Could it be YouTube in itself? I don't know. Or is it a human being behind? Because people work these apps. They work at YouTube sites. They work at Google. They work at Instagram. Human beings have to view these videos. They have to view these lives. How do you think people get shadow banned? It's not just a machine just magically coming to shadow ban. People are behind this. And this is something that was clearly dropped in my spirit. I don't have a reason to lie about it. A long time ago, they will, like I said, relegate you. They will hide you because they don't want people to be better. The powers that be, even spiritually speaking, and I'm not the only one that has spoken out about it. People were getting unsubscribed. People were coming up to me like, did you delete me? I'm like, Huh? I didn't delete you. They like, well, I was unsubscribed to your channel and I had to subscribe again. How is this happening? Who's behind that? Like I said, any Einstein, anybody that knows social media better than me, I'm not saying that to be sarcastic, I'm being real. Then you tell me why that's happening. You tell me, and why is it going on with certain people? Some people say, oh, well, you just got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. You can put the work in. They still will pick and choose who they want to blow up. It's people that have come up here that have only been up here for 1 year or 2 years, and they have 140, 150,000 subscribers, 200,000 and 300,000 subscribers, versus somebody that's been up here for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Hey, listen, I'm not crying about it. I'm just telling you all what I observe. This is not going to make me stop talking about Jesus Christ any less. But I'm warning you all and letting you all know you've got to count the cost of the work that you're putting in. You have got, even God tells you this in his word. It's right there in the Bible. Not my opinion, it's the word of God. God will even tell you you've got to count the cost before you follow him, because a lot is at stake. You lose certain things, you lose certain people, certain things you talk about and address. It will not be popular. It is not going to be popular. If I came up here and told you all I'm prophesying that you are about to get a husband or a wife, it'll probably go through the roof. If I got into God forbid, a YouTube beef or a battle with somebody, and I made an exposure video showing their face, it will probably get a lot of views. If you come up here and you start telling all of your business, because this is something else I observe. See, and this is why I'm telling you all, I'm not saying you don't put in work. Don't be lazy with your gift. You put in the work. But what I'm saying is you don't sell your soul. You don't sell your soul for an algorithm. That's just what I'm telling you. Goldie smell good. I see you, baby. I see you up here. I'm saying don't sell your soul, because something else I noticed is that when you do blow up, or if you do blow up, you have got to be able to ride that wave that you are on, or you gonna fall in the current and you're gonna drown. And let me break that down and explain it to you all, because you may not understand. What I observed also is that people will make content and put content out. Hey, Nene, I see you, sweetie. They'll put content out. And if they blow up overnight or within a couple of days or a week, then when they have run out of, they've addressed every topic. They've talked about, I caught my husband in bed with another man. I caught my wife in bed with a boy, her ex-boyfriend. I caught stuff like that. When they've addressed everything, then they start singing. When I say they start singing, meaning they start telling personal things. They start telling more of their business, because the old way and method that they use to pull people in, it has to continue to rise and work. And what's going to pull people in? When you share more of your business, when you tell more details of something that you've gone through. This is not to speak against a testimony. You definitely testify. You tell people how God has brought you out of something and changed you or your life. But what I'm saying is that you got to be able to ride that wave of your stardom or your 15 minutes of fame. And so they've run out of topics or run out of things to talk about or whatever. They start sharing more of their business. They start getting more vulnerable and telling you more deep things. That's what they do. Hey, Mrs. M, aka the Queen before you, how are you? Thank all of you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. But really, guys, just to encourage you all, because I really believe a lot of you all out here in YouTube land, and those of you who are on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, I really do honestly believe that you all take pride and passion in what you put out and what you create. And I do believe that a lot of you all, you are authentically walking in 100% what your personal truth is. However, when it gets to the point that you are stressing out about what you're going to talk about or what you're going to create, or you can't focus on your actual real life, your child or your children or your spouse or your health or your work or whatever is going on around you, because your focus and priority is this, coming up here putting out content every day, going live every day, I'm telling you, stop creating a place for you to have anxiety unnecessarily. Stop allowing this to disturb your mental health and your peace. Because from what I've seen and personally experienced, you can work hard. You can put people and things to the side and put all of your time in this, and you will still be held back. I don't care how sweet you are. You can be vulnerable. You can share things with people. You can engage your audience. They are going to pick and choose who they want to promote and blow up. Something else I observed is that you all know how on YouTube, when you see a video in your feed, this is something real. This is how I know it's spiritual behind it. Nobody's ever gonna call me a liar about this, because I've waited and I've observed it for too many years. I know it's a fact. I know it is, and other people talk about it that are content creators. But you all know how when you see a video in your feed, say you personally don't like what you are seeing. Say you can't stand the person that you see in your feed. You don't like their content. You don't like what they're talking about. They give you the option to click those three dots in the upper right corner of your screen, where you click uh not interested. Why is it on several different people's videos that I've seen, I'm still seeing that subject in my feed when I've repeatedly clicked not interested? I don't want to see tarot card women videos in my feed. Why am I still seeing it pop up in my feed? Well, I'm seeing various women come down my YouTube feed when I log in, and they literally are flipping and dealing tarot cards. They are having readings, either live or they're making videos. Why? I've clicked not interested. Now who got an answer for that? Is YouTube doing that? Or is a human being that is controlling, that works at the headquarters or wherever they are from a hidden place? Are they still throwing this and shoving this down your feed? Why is it still coming up in my feed? Even when I go into my account, you can set as a content creator. And if it's any other content creators up here, just come and corroborate what I'm saying, because you know I'm not lying. We can personally go into our account and we can click on certain content that we don't want to see. I've even done that. And I'll be darned, I still see it in my feed. It's still coming down my feed. Why? I've already clicked not interested. And they'll put up a sign and give a note and say, okay, we won't show these advertisements anymore. We won't show this content. It's still coming up. So nobody's going to convince me that this is not purposely and intentionally done. It's not. I mean, it is. It is. It's definitely done with intent. Why? If you say you're not interested, even if you're not interested in me or any other content creator, if we still coming down your feed, somebody's behind that. Somebody's behind that. Period. They automatically will auto dub some of your videos. Why are you doing that? Why are you removing certain content creators' voice and putting another person's voice in their video? Why are you making certain videos that certain content creators put out AI when a lot of us is against it? Who's behind that? Why are they doing that? And I'm saying all that, King Hazy, I see you. I'm saying all that to say they, the powers that be, they do what they want. They do what they want. They promote who they want. They make rich who they want. They blow up who they want. I don't care if you don't agree with it or not. People come up here with these strategies, and I'm not knocking them. I'm not saying anybody is doing or saying anything wrong. Some people will tell you, you got to come up here every other day. You got to go live more. But some people don't want to go live more because people are not engaging in their lives. They're not coming in the comment section. They're not liking the video. They are not sharing the video. And so that's why they don't want to go live. To them, it's pointless. But then there's people up here that tell you, quit your job. Quit your job. And then you need to just do YouTube or Instagram or social media, period, full time. They tell you these things. They tell you that this is a guarantee you're going to make more money, you're going to be seen more, or you're going to blow up more. But what do you all say about the people that are going live all the time? They are putting out, I'm talking about they cooking with gas with their content. And they still have, I be so confused. My heart hurts for them. Because some of the people that I see up here, I'm like, wow, their content is so good. And they do have the aesthetic. They have the fancy backgrounds and the cameras. And they still at 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers. They putting in the work. They're traveling in and out of the country. They got fancy furniture in the background. They putting on expensive clothes. They got on the makeup. They got the jewelry on. They got the fancy clothes. See, I can do this stuff too. And then they said, and the bills will stack up high. Yeah, that's a fact. They have all of that. And I could do that stuff too. But I learned that that can't be the focus. Because when you open your mouth, what you're saying, what you're preaching, what you're teaching, what you're putting out, that is what counts. I'm not saying that the aesthetic will not necessarily get more attention and it won't have more people tune in to what you're talking about. But what I'm saying is that it's people that do all of that and they still get held back because they are not the choice for that the app wants to blow up. You know who else blows up? People that have cameras watching them feeding the homeless. When they go to the store, the little crowdfunding videos, the videos that people make when they're going to the store and they're buying food to feed the homeless, like I said, it's a beautiful thing. I don't think I said it. I addressed this before. I'm going to repeat myself and say it again because I said it in another message or live. I'm not saying that their heart is in the wrong place. I'm not saying that these people want to come up and blow up and they intentionally want to be seen and they want to be a celebrity. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that let's just go all Bible. Let's just be honest here with nobody getting offended and nobody personalizing this or feeling like this is shade towards anybody that has cameras watching them cooking food for the homeless and feeding the homeless. Let's just go with Bible. The Bible says, don't let anyone know what you're doing. I'm paraphrasing, but basically don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. And when you give your alms, do it in secret. You don't do it publicly. You're not supposed to be making these announcements. Now, like I said, lives are changed because when you're putting out that content where you're feeding homeless people and you're going buying food for them and you're doing all of that, it will inspire other people to do the same thing. They will pay it forward. They will go out here and start feeding the homeless. So if God gets the glory out of it, then so be it. It's a beautiful thing. I don't have anything to say about that. I'm not going to put my mouth on that either. But what I'm saying is that when you do that, when you do these things, that is what's really going to blow up. But if you think for 1 second that rebuke is never supposed to come, correction is never supposed to come, or information being given to the masses to improve, how is it that people want to escape accountability, responsibility, improving, and rebuke and correction, but you cry about crime? You cry about injustice. You cry and whine about how people are out here being mistreated. People come up here talking about how somebody is a narcissist and they broke their heart. They lost their home because of them. They lost their job because of them. So guess what? If information is given to people who are narcissists, to people who are jealous spirited, to people that attack people and come to them without a cause, how will it be improvement? Don't think for 1 second that somebody has not viewed your content when you are rebuking people and correcting them, and they have not repented behind what you've put out. Don't think that for 1 second. They don't have to make the announcement. You better get in the spirit and understand where I'm coming from. People will repent and change based off certain things you teach, you preach, and you put out in the airwaves. That is why you are called an influencer. You influence people to think a certain way, to do certain things, good or bad. But there are people out here that they are putting out bad things. They are teaching negative, toxic, bad, demonic things. And that's getting into people's psyche. That's getting in their spirit. And they're taking it to heart, living their lives based off that type of demonic, nasty, toxic, and negative information being put out. Once you grasp the truth about they will blow up who they want, no matter how hard you work. It doesn't mean give up. You still do it. Because the Bible also says it's not for who runs the fastest in the race. For time and season falls on everybody. It just is not your time. It just is not your season. So I know, and I paraphrase that, but see, I know that if my God, Jesus Christ in heaven says it's not about who runs the race the fastest. It's not about that. It's about when your time comes, and when your season comes, no demon, no devil, no beast from the pits of hell can stop it. They can't stop it. So since I know that, I don't have to overwork myself. I don't have to be up here every day. I don't have to make 20, 30, 40 messages in 1 week. I don't have to go live every day. That's a fact. And I'm telling you all that boldly and unapologetically. I will not apologize for it. I'm trying to help you all. Because some of you all on that video, you came in the comment section and said, I'm getting kind of discouraged, Kiki. I'm just going to stop doing it all together. And I did notice a lot of what you talking about. I'm not going to encourage you all to stop. I'm not going to tell you all don't keep making content. I'm not going to tell you all don't put the work into your gift and your channel. I'm going to tell you to keep doing it. But all I'm telling you, I'm coming from now a perspective and angle of me being a saved woman, and I'm giving you Bible. It's not about how fast you run in the race. It's just about your season has not come yet. Who are you going to listen to? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter tell you how to win the game? When the Father says in the Bible, when you put your trust in man, he will fail you every time. So if you put your trust in what a man is telling you, not realizing that the more you come into agreement with, as far as, okay, connect to this and start doing this, you could get more money if you do this. They're getting more. They're getting richer. They take a portion of what we get. Not knocking YouTube or no other site, but I'm only being real. I'm just telling you all the truth. The more money you make, the more they take. And so if you are out here with the mindset and with the mentality and spirit of, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to put this many videos out monthly, weekly, or daily, and then my chances of blowing up and being successful is going to be very high because I put the work in, I'm telling you it's not. I'm telling you it's not. I've been shadow banned on Facebook when I was up there. Now, if I reactivate my page, because I've reactivated my page on Facebook a couple of times, what I do is I had a couple of friends, when they saw me put a video up here on YouTube, Romero, I see you. Or they see me put a video on Instagram, they'll say, Kiki, I want to share this on my Facebook page. Put it up there on Facebook. So I will reactivate my page, only share the video, and I'll let it rotate and circulate for like 1 or 2 weeks. And after that, I deactivate my page again. That's why I do that. And so what I'm saying is that If your time has not come yet, that doesn't mean you stop. I'm just telling you all, stop selling your souls out to the internet because you're trying to be important. You're trying to be somebody. You're trying to get noticed. Trust me, even if you don't have the views or the subscribers to match the work that you're putting in, the content you're putting out, it doesn't mean that important people are not watching you and they don't see what you're doing. You'd be shocked at how many people watch you and they never say anything. I love the people up here that I don't call them ghost followers, but they say that they watch me in silence. But every blue moon, they'll come out and be like, I'm just a silent follower. But I just had the comment on this particular video that you put out. I love them because when they do expose themselves or show themselves, they're always very loving and respectful to me. So I don't have an issue with them, but I do have an issue with the people that I've never seen comment one time up here. They've never liked anything, never shared anything, never done anything, but they have the most to say. They'll come with a whole paragraph and say a whole bunch of junk to you, but you've never seen them in your life. And they'll have a strong opinion about what you're doing. But I'll say this again for the 1,000th time, because I've said it so many times. I don't respect what you're saying if you have not come off the bench. If you still sitting in the stands or you still on the bench and you trying to come and say something to me, I don't respect what you saying because you have not put in the work. You don't have, Zahir, I see you. You don't have the life experience, at least not in the areas that I'm touching on. You don't have that to tell me anything. You coming from a place of personalizing a message, or I should say, tell me the video that offended you without telling me the video offended you. Because I can always sift through that and look through that and tell, and how they respond to me and comments that they make to me. I can always tell the spirit that's behind it and how they feel. Not in every case, but in certain cases, some of them, they are like that. They personalize a message, they get offended off of it. And when they get offended off of it, they'll come out the woodwork. They come from the back, and then they have a lot to say to you about what it is you're doing. But until you come off the stands, until you get in the game, when you go to your child's baseball game, football game, softball game, basketball game, even if they play ice hockey, if you see players sitting on the bench, you're not paying attention to them. You're paying attention. Even when yesterday, when I had on my Cubs shirt, a lot of people went to the Cubs game. They go to Cubs games. But you're not paying attention to the players that's on the bench and in the stands. The people that's in the stands. You're paying attention to the people that's in the game. You paying attention to the people that's in the game. They the ones that's putting in the work. They the ones that are playing the game. So if you are not playing the game, how do you have so much to say about me and any other content creator and what they're doing? Keep your comment to yourself, respectfully. You don't know how it goes. You don't know how it goes. And sometimes we do have to readdress certain things we addressed 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago. Because it was some messages that I put out. And like I said, I was biting heads off and taking names later. I wasn't nowhere near as calm and peaceful then as I am now. In certain videos I was. But now it's a lot better. It has gotten a lot better. And so don't get discouraged, guys. Like I said, I feel bad for a lot of content creators that I see in my feed because their work is so good. It is so good. And they get super low views. Or something else you all will see. Stop thinking when you see somebody that has videos that's 128,000 views or 2 or 3 or 400,000 views. You all have got to stop thinking that that is because of what they're talking about. It could be it's like that for that one topic they're talking about. But then when you click on their channel, when you see their subscribers, They'll have a video that's 50,000, 100, 200,000 views, and they have 41,000 subscribers. They have 15,000 subscribers. They have 3,000 subscribers. This is why I say, no, I stand on it. And toes down. Nobody can tell me that it's not rigged. Somebody just said that, Drew, the game is rigged. That's a fact. Hey, Derek, I see you. I don't see how you all don't understand that. It is rigged. They blow up who they want to blow up. They blow up who they want to blow up. It's a guy here in Chicago. This man goes around Chicago, because y'all know I'm living in Chicago, Illinois. Been here all my life. I've lived on every side of Chicago. The shortest amount of time I lived on a certain part of Chicago was the west side. I lived there for a couple of weeks. But I've literally lived on every other side of Chicago, Illinois. I've lived over east in Terrortown. That is when I started gangbanging, when I lived over there on Essex. I've lived on the south side, mainly the south side, all of my life, from childhood and several different times throughout adulthood. Period. I've lived east, west, north, south. But it's a man in Chicago. He goes to different restaurants all in Chicago and on the outskirts of Chicago. He goes to other suburbs. He goes out to Hammond, Indiana. Hammond, Indiana is only like 25, 30 minutes outside of Chicago. He goes to Oakland. He goes to Evergreen Park. He goes to these other places. And his stuff is good. When he goes to these restaurants and he views these restaurants here in Chicago, he tells his audience, come here, the food is good, the food is whack, I'm not feeling it, it's too greasy, it's too sweet, it's too salty. He says all of that. This man only has, I think, 13,000 subscribers, or maybe, yeah, I think he has that. He may be up to 16, but I believe the last time I checked, he was at like 13,000. Why is his subscribers that low? But this man content is on point. It's on point. He has locks in his head. And he's right here in Chicago, just like I am. And his stuff is good. He will keep you engaged. He talks to the people when he goes in the restaurants. He talks to the customers. He tells the customers to come into certain ones. He'll let them come into his camera. And he'll say, tell the people what you feel about the food. Tell them what's the most popular item. But this man has low views in a lot of his videos. And he has low subscribers. I'm just telling you all the truth. Thank you so much, Danny. Romero, you know who I'm talking about. Yes. What is his name? But he has locks in his head. Like I said, guys, I don't like to name drop, because I never want to come from an angle that I have to publicly say somebody's name to blow up or to further a message, because I just don't have to do that. You know, I'll talk about what they do. But he wears like a scarf or something on his head sometimes. But he has what do you all call that? Not locks, but it's like a certain name for a particular type of lock, where it's wide, like the locks are wide. What do they call it? Plaits, planks, something. I don't know about that stuff with locks and all that, but that's how his hair is, and he's dark skinned. And a lot of times in his video, he'll have his cute little kids in the car with him, or he'll have like his cousin. He has a cousin that's from Long Beach, California. His cousin will come here to Chicago. Wicks. Shady, thank you so much. He'll have his cousin from Long Beach, California that rides along with him in those videos. And so what I'm saying to you guys is that don't get discouraged out here. Don't get discouraged out here from you all putting your content out. But you better be aware of, it's a spiritual battle. People don't want you to say Jesus' name. People don't want you to talk about the Bible. They'll call you religious. When not, again, you got to know the definition of these words when you say it. Any deity, a deity is a god or a supernatural being. Any deity you believe in, that is your religion. So that makes you religious. Look up the definition of religion. Look up the definition of religious. Stop calling people religious. That person has a religious spirit, but so do you. If you worship Satan, you are religious. If you worship Buddha, you are religious. And shout out to CPD, because they are in front of me. It's about 8 of them that just rolled past me on bikes. Now that could be because the neighborhood I live in, I don't live in a hood. But shout out to CPD, Chicago Police Department. I love it. I absolutely love it. They riding all, and Danny, you know what I'm talking about. I talked to Danny on live about this before. They all around here in broad daylight. And I absolutely love it. Because Donald Trump is talking about sending a National Guard here. I don't really have an issue with it. I don't. I feel like he needs to send them in certain neighborhoods. I mean, it is what it is. Chicagoans, you should feel safer. You talk about the crime. You talk about these little girls that's coming up missing. You talk about these smash and grabs that they doing here. And they even hitting the ritzy upscale neighborhoods. Go on Michigan Avenue up here in Chicago. Go to the Louis Vuitton store. Go to the Chanel store. Go to Pandora. They doing smash and grabs right here in Chicago. So if you all want this stuff to stop, maybe the National Guard do need to come in. That's a fact. Danny, that's true. But I'm telling you all, you can't tell me. I've watched this too many times. I'll get up to a certain amount of subscribers. Every day, new subscribers come in. And within 2 days, it'll go down 10, 15, 20 people. And I'll go right back to the exact same number that they try to keep me at, or they've been keeping me at for the past 6 months. I've seen it happen to other people. You all may say, well, people unsubscribing, they don't like your stuff. They don't like what they... No, that's not true. That's the whole point. They are coming in. And all of a sudden, that number will get low. They'll keep knocking you down. It's another Christian woman. This is a different woman I'm talking about. But she comes up here. And she gives her videos are always under 2 minutes long. Her videos are always under 2 minutes long. I don't need to say her name. But that sister has beautiful messages. Her content is superb to me. That's just my opinion. Her content is top tier. But they have been keeping this woman at like 61,000 plus subscribers. And she's been up here for years. And she even talked about it a while back. She said, listen, it's not about me being seen. It's not about fame. But you do want to see the fruits of the work that you've been putting in. So can you all hit the like, hit the share? And she'll get up to a certain number and then it'll go lower. I do not believe in my spirit that people are unsubscribing from that woman. They are keeping her there. They are relegating her to that same little number of her 61,000 and few hundred that she got. Every time she climbs up, it comes back down. Or if it starts to come up, it's a slow burn. It's real slow. You all just got to start paying attention. They remove comments. People will come up here and think I'm removing comments. I've always been honest, and I'll tell you if I removed your comment, just like that person, JB underscore whatever. I blocked them and removed their comment. They said that I'm haughty. They said that it's my spirit, but they confused because back then people said it was my spirit. So now they say the opposite of that. So if you saying that now it's something in my spirit versus how I was over 10 years ago, something is wrong there. Something is awry. And then when they said I belittle people, that was like, that I should have put that as a chuckle post. I literally should have been petty and screenshot that and put that as the chuckle post. Because I'm like, I belittle people, but I know the word belittle means to make somebody or something seem unimportant. How do I make people seem unimportant when I'm always talking, and overly giving myself to people up here? I respond to every single comment and will engage the audience all the time. So that was just weird to me. That was weird. But I said, let me ask the people. Let me ask the people because this is something that I may need to work on and correct. But if they feel that I treat them like they being unseen, tell me that. But to me, that would be a private, personal conversation. That would be a private, personal conversation. I would like to think that if you feel that I treat you or talk to you a certain type of way, that you would hit my email. My email is public. I keep telling people this. I have a public email. This is also why certain comments I won't give you the attention. I will just delete your comment and I will block you. But make no mistake about it, YouTube deletes comments as well, because I put a comment up under something one of you all commented and said, and they deleted. My response to them was deleted. When I talked about how they'll remove views and they'll remove subscribers, that comment was deleted, and it was nothing negative about it. I didn't curse. I didn't say anything harmful. I didn't say anything inappropriate. Okay, Dayon, I think I'm saying your name right. I'm gonna read to you all the question that they're asking me. Please ask the questions, guys, because that's what I'm here for. They said, "Hey, I just have a question. Do you think it's YouTube knocking down the numbers, or maybe they only want a selective few can only reach the top?" You know what? But that's what I think. That's why I said they blow up who they want to blow up. I think it's certain ones that they pick and choose that they want to make rich. If you all think about it, let's talk about Gen Z. Shout out to Gen Z. We love you all. A lot of Gen Zers, they tune in to my channel. I love you all. I respect you all. But you all have an opportunity that us millennials did not have. And that is the internet. Back when I was in high school, we didn't have access to the internet. I think I told you all before, I didn't get my first cell phone till I was 19 years old. And then I got married 2 years after that. And so what I'm saying is that now 18 and 19-year-olds and younger, you all have access to the internet. So you have, to me, more of a higher chance of blowing up and becoming a star than somebody that may be a millennial that may put in way more work than you, or talk about something that may be more substantial, because that is what they do for you all's generation. Not saying that Gen Z is lazy and they don't put in the work. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that you all were given that the internet, where you came in the space way after us, when it wasn't booming at the time when we were your age. Social media wasn't booming. These apps were not out in the early 2000s or in the late 90s. These apps were not out that you all are on. So you all have the opportunity to come in and you could put certain content out. You could put the aesthetic content out where you give in makeup tutorials, hair tutorials, or you talking about lashes, or you doing the nail content, or you all doing the pranks and the couple tags, stuff like that. The cute stuff, you all can do that. That's what that generation does. And their generation, not all Gen Z does it, but a lot of the Gen Zers, they thrive off of and they live through their phone. So whatever they see going on up here, they will try to live up to that so they can keep that coming. They'll go into the algorithm and do what they see everybody else doing. They see somebody taking off doing pranks, they'll start to do the pranks. They see somebody taking off from doing the couple tags, they'll have their boyfriend or their girlfriend and they start to do the couple tags. They'll do stuff like that. HHCJ, you said, no, you're not doing anything wrong. People's projection is stronger than their ability to try to heal. I definitely believe that. I do. That's why everybody walks around offended. People have said all types of stuff to me up here, and I sit back like, who are these people? First of all, I've never seen you. A couple of them have boldly been like, I've been following you for like 10 years and you come off as this or that. And I'm looking at them like, but I've never seen you comment a day in my life. So you come up on this video about monitoring spirits and about mind your own business, or about stop the jealousy. And now you have so much to say to me because I'm exposing Satan through manifestations of people. And you have an issue with me. But if you've been following me for 10 years, you've never said anything. And I don't understand that with some people. You'll come out of hiding and say, well, I've been following you since you was up here in 2013, but you did this and that, and it's your spirit. You're haughty. You belittle people. But why are you still here? People don't think before they start to type. If you have these strong opinions, and you feel like I belittle you, or I'm haughty, or I'm uppity, or I said the same thing now in 2025 that I said then, or whatever you want to say, why are you still here? How do you know so much about the ins and outs of my channel? I'd like to think if you feel like I belittle you, or I'm haughty or uppity, or whatever you think, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't know any up-to-date information of what's going on here on this platform. But you know everything. That's weird. Stop being weird. Stop being weird. You're weird. You're creepy and you're weird. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you get offended. But that's weird to me. That's creepy to me. Because there's nobody that I'm watching or following and I don't like them. I don't care how somebody that I don't like, family, friend, or foe, I'm not about to watch you. That's so weird and creepy to me. It's abnormal to me. Even when I had cousins that will tune into this channel, or they will request me as a friend, and I know that they cannot stand me, but you will sit back and watch me. What are you watching? Why do you want to tune in to me, but you can't stand me for whatever your reason is? It's even creepier when I know for a fact I've never done nothing to you. That's weird. That's weird when you've never done anything to a certain individual, but they make it their business to subscribe to you, join your membership, or follow you and tune in every time you go live, or they watch you in secret. And they don't feel that that's demonic. It's very demonic. It's not of God. You know where your heart is. God knows your intent. Why watch somebody that you cannot stand? Not only are you wasting your time, but you wasting your day, you're wasting your life. Ain't no way you couldn't pay me to watch somebody that I don't like. Now, you can't help if you log into your app and you see a particular person in your feed. I mean, because that's what they gonna do. Letters to the flock. Hey, how are you? Okay, so I gotta block somebody. No, Ramirez, you are problematic. God bless you. But you come up here, it took me a while to catch on to you because you commented on a video I put out yesterday. No, Ramirez, I'm saying your name publicly. But I don't know what you got going on, but you are problematic on this platform. But be blessed. Be blessed. I speak nothing but blessings and healing over your life because you come up here and ask questions that has nothing to do with the topic at hand. I don't know if you're trying to get attention. I tried to engage you. I used to engage you and respond to things that you would say, but I caught on to the fact that you would keep asking all these weird off the wall questions. So I said, okay, this has to be a troll. So God bless you. HHCJ, you said YouTube is doing some shady things while everyone is focused on TikTok. That could be true. See, I don't really know what you mean by your comment. When you said chosen ones, hip hop, assumptions, imagination, love you, what I don't really know what that means. But like I was telling you all, don't stop doing what it is that you're doing. And guess what? You need to readdress messages that you've put out years ago. Talk about it again. People can say, oh, you talking about the same thing you were. No, if you spiritually have grown from being a certain way or at a certain place 2, 5, 8, 10, 12 years ago up here on YouTube, you need to update that video. Give scriptures. If you didn't back then, give it now. You need to give more context. You need to be nicer. See, the goal here is when we rebuke and correct and bring information, we should always be sweet with our words. The Bible tells us this, and I have not always done that. I haven't. When trolls have come up here, you could see it in certain lives and video messages. I've went off. I haven't cursed them out of anything, but I have raised my voice. But I'm only human. But what I'm saying is that I'm still learning as well. And so What you guys have got to understand is that these things happen, but you've got to be sweet with your words. And so I actually promote you all coming to redo videos in 2025 and beyond that you did years ago if you have changed. If you have changed and you are doing something different and God has elevated you spiritually, or you've received a certain amount of deliverance or things like that, son, please stop calling me. You see that I'm on live. Just stop. You see that you know that you've changed. The whole thing is you should most definitely readdress messages that you did back then. I'ma just tell you the truth. You should readdress those things. And you put out more information. You give scriptures, you give context. You go into details and explain to the people that is before you why you are touching on that topic or that subject, or why you are teaching certain things. You tell them that. Let them know that. Let them know that. So that's what I wanted to let you all know. And I am happy that some of you all are able to come up here and you are able to corroborate what it is that I'm saying and the information that I'm putting out. Because people will try to make it like you're making this stuff up or you're just making this assumption. They'll try to make it like that. And that's not what it is. It's just the truth. And I don't really believe that this is an accident. I don't believe that this stuff is happening because a machine is doing it. I don't believe that it's a glitch. I don't believe any of that. I really believe that it's going on because somebody is behind purposely keeping certain content creators to a smaller viewing audience. I believe that some people are pegged out and targeted to keep them where they are. And I'm not the only influencer that is doing it, that is happening to. They do it to people that have way more subscribers than me. Some of these people are at 85,000, 90,000, 100,000, 200 plus thousand, and their views have dropped. Typically, when they were getting 70 and 80,000, 1 in 200,000 views, they are barely getting 4,000 views now. And that's super low. They're barely getting views now. That is very real. Nobody has any reason to lie about that. And it's not because their content is not good. It's not because they are not keeping their audience engaged. It is because it is an entity behind these messages, these videos, and they're putting a stop to it. Let me tell you all something. Danny can verify this. He's the witness to what I'm about to say. Selena, hey, sweetie. Selena, I had to click on my comments up here. But thank you, Selena, for tuning in. Selena, you know, would you please tell the people, Selena, that the information I'm giving, that is very real. People beef up here with Selena. I've seen Selena be attacked. People have tried to talk about that woman's looks, her body, and she's gorgeous. They will call this woman out of her name, spread rumors. I've seen it. And she's the sweetest person. She engages her audience. She talks about hot topics. She's authentic. She's real. She's not up here trying to be somebody that she's. I'm talking about Selena that's up here in my comments. She's very supportive of my channel. And so she can corroborate what I'm saying. But Danny, especially if you still up here, my brother Danny, he can verify what I'm about to tell y'all. This is the truth, and it is 100% authentic and real. I left YouTube purposely for 1 year. 1 year I left YouTube. I didn't come back until, I want to say, when did I come back, Danny? Did I come back in 2019? I think I came back in 2019 or 2020. Now I'm gonna tell you all what happened. They had demonetized me, and they sent me an email. I don't think I initially I told you all this before, but I didn't tell this part. They demonetized me because I got exhausted. I was tired. This was years ago. And I was working 2 jobs at the time. The 2 jobs that I worked, I was not in Chicago. My commute to work was almost 1 hour outside of Chicago. I will work one job in one area 2 or 3 times a week. The other job, I will work that job 2, maybe 3 times out the week. I was pulling in 10, 12, 16 hours. A sister was tired. I'ma just tell y'all. Okay, so Danny, you said it's around 2018 to 2019. I'ma tell y'all what happened. I never made an announcement as to why I was leaving or that I was leaving. I literally just stopped putting out content. I didn't delete any videos. I didn't turn my channel off. I kept my videos up there. Okay? At the time, one of my highest viewed videos was men stop allowing women to manipulate you. Over 500 some thousand views. And at the time, I was monetized as well. I never got money behind that. At the time, back in that time, I was getting a check probably once or twice out the year. Period. Once or twice out the year. When they first started monetizing channels, I already was on it. Years ago, I was already on it. And I came at them about that. Like, why am I not getting paid for? Look at these high views. That video was paused. They allowed it to get to a certain amount of views, and then it just stopped. Even a popular influencer, that man has over, I think he has over 8 million followers on Facebook. He even shared my video. I gave him a shout out up here. He shared it years ago. But when I left, I didn't make any announcements. I didn't say anything. But I had, at the time, 13,000 subscribers. Even before I left, I was paused and stuck at 13,000 subscribers for over, I think, 1.5, 2 years. And the whole year that I left, only like 5 subscribers came in. I think I got 2 checks I was getting, even before, way before I left. I would only get a check once or twice out the year. Now, somebody explained to me that why that was happening. And I already met the threshold. Because you might say, well, you didn't get it monthly because you wasn't meeting the threshold. Yes, I was. Stuff was paused. It was paused. Why did that happen? And so they demonetized me when it came. I guess I had been gone for like a year, and they was like, hey, we know sometimes people need breaks, blah, 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 but we're going to demonetize you if you don't put out new content, da, 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 da. Even before they gave me the email, I had already said, okay, I'm going to come back. I'm going to put out more content. But I was working 2 jobs, and I just didn't have that type of time. Periodically, I would put out videos, but at that time, I was just drained physically and mentally. I was going through a lot. So when that happened, and then I had to bury my father. You guys know he passed away in 2015. So I went through a lot behind that. It was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So they demonetized me when I came back after I got that email. I can't tell you all the time frame that it was from the time that I started to put out more content, but I know in 1 week, I put out 30 videos in 1 week. And I still was at that 13,000 subscribers for a minute. And so that's when I started to understand years ago, more than 4 or 5 years ago, I said, okay, this is a game that they playing. This is something, an entity is behind this. Somebody is behind this where they are keeping you at a certain place. I know I'm not no fool. New subscribers come in here every day. I'm not no fool. I watch my channel. I watch my comments. People was coming to me behind the scenes like, Kiki, why are you deleting my comments? I'm not even saying nothing negative. And they were not. YouTube was deleting their comments. I don't have any reason to lie. I'm telling you all the truth. I'm honest and straightforward with you all. If you talk crazy, I tell you, you disrespect me, you think you're going to talk about my appearance, my weight, or whatever, then I'm going to block you. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm just going to block you because you will not be divisive up here. You will not try to get clout and attention. Sometimes people comment and they do that so they can get noticed. They try to be funny. Racists have come up here and called me the N word. People have been like die and say I done been called all type of stuff. And I'm talking about it was older men saying this. White boys was coming up, all type of people was coming up here. This is before YouTube had started doing what they do now, where they'll delete your comments, where they'll block it, where they'll shut down your channel, where they'll let you control comments that come in and the comments are held for review. They wasn't doing this back then. I've seen, if you've been up here for a long time, you know the changes that come up here. Yep, Danny knows, and they'll remove the comments. And it's not me. You all know, Danae, Danny, and whoever else. You all know, why would I remove your comments? It's no reason for me to. You all don't disrespect me, even if you don't agree. Danny may come up here, Randy, or whoever else. My moderators, they'll say, Kiki, I don't agree with that. I don't get mad about that. But you've never been disrespectful. It's no reason for me to remove them. But people was coming up here making just normal comments, and YouTube was deleting it. That had nothing to do with me, but people was thinking that. Then you got the people coming up here copying your channel. People was coming up here acting like they were me, sending other people emails, asking them for money. I lost subscribers behind that. Other content creators, that happened to them too. People was coming to me like, oh my God, thank you for that prophetic word you gave me. You was a target. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even know you. People are evil up here. They will try to do anything, and don't think that your haters don't do it. There have been people that have been sent to subscribe to my membership to see what information I'm giving and what I'm putting in there. And then they'll leave the membership after a while when they don't get what they want. Flesh and blood did not reveal that. If you know, you just know. People are evil. You have hateful family members that watch you. You have old people, exes, and people that come up here. And that's why I say it's creepy and it's weird, because live your life. Why are you following and watching people that you don't like? It's weird. It's weird. Even when you block these people, they will send other people to your channel. They will have people watching you to try to tell them something so they could gather whatever they want to try to create drama or create some type of chaos. It's crazy. But all I know is that, baby, it's definitely a game. Like I told you all, because I don't want to drag it out, the message out. I'm pretty much done. But like I told you all in that message yesterday about Instagram, why am I seeing people from Love and Hip Hop and Housewives shows in my feed on Instagram, and I'm not even following them? Why am I logging into my Instagram and I'm seeing everybody that was on Love and Hip Hop in my feed? Why am I seeing content? Why am I seeing content creators? I'm sorry, guys. It's like my sunroof is open and it's leaves and stuff falling on me. But why am I seeing content creators that I don't know? I am not following them, but all of their content is in my feed on Instagram. I'm not even seeing people that I went to school with in my feed, barely. If I see any of their content, it's rare. I may see 3 or 4 people in my feed on Instagram that I know personally, or they're in my family. All the rest of the content, they putting hairdressers content in my feed on Instagram. People from Love and Hip Hop, these certain celebrities, they putting their advertisements for their shows, their podcasts, their movies, blowing them up higher and higher, because they want us, the normal, regular people, to blow them up higher. I guess subscribe or follow them or view their stuff and comment on their stuff. When did it get like this? Why is this happening? Because I can guarantee you they are not taking our content and putting our content. I wish I could get somebody from Love and Hip Hop and ask them, have you ever seen any of my content in your feed? Do you know who I am? Or any one of you that have a YouTube channel. I would love to get somebody from Love and Hip Hop or the Housewives or these popular rapper and former football and basketball player podcasts and ask them, do they know who any of us are? Have they seen our faces or our content in their feed? I'm going to go out on the limb and say, no, they probably have not. But we're seeing their stuff. So you can't tell me that this stuff is not rigged and set up to get these people bigger than what they already are, or blow them up and get them more money versus us. You can't tell me that this stuff is not rigged and set up for this to happen like this. There's no way that I should be seeing people from Love and Hip Hop. I don't know them. I don't have anything negative to say about them. So don't take it that way. But I shouldn't be seeing they stuff in my feed. I don't know these people personally. If I didn't click on explore, if you're not clicking on explore where people's stuff is public, see, when you click on explore or when you go up there, you see everybody's stuff. You gonna see Beyonce's stuff. You gonna see these rappers and singers. You gonna see all these popular influencers and these streamers. You gonna see they stuff up there. But on your personal Instagram and Facebook page, they do it on Facebook too. When I reactivated my page, I saw it. That's why I said, I ain't missing nothing up here. Why are all these people stuff in my feed that I don't know? I'm not subscribed to this person. I'm not even following them. Why? Who's doing that? Who is behind that? They'll make it like, oh, you control what you see. No, not really. How? Because I'll click my interested up here on YouTube and this crap is still coming in my feed. Why are tarot card readers and witches, why are they stuff coming up here? Because I speak against it? So you trying to pit this stuff against the Christian community up against these witches and warlocks? Okay, well, so be it if that's what you do, because it don't scare me. But somebody needs to boldly talk about this. Some of y'all, you need to call this stuff out. God says expose evil. Evil is, when you look at the context of that scripture, the evil is anything immoral, unethical, illegal, or criminal. You need to. You need to expose it. And Danae, I see you. Danae says, I think people are paying to be seen and they get more back when they earn subscribers. Danae, I believe that too. Because it's some people that we know personally on Instagram and if you still on Facebook or up here on YouTube. And what they will do is they will pay to get a check mark in front of their name. And they don't even have that many followers. It used to be a time you had to earn that blue check mark on Instagram. You had to really put in the work. Your face and name had to really be out here. Your content had to really be circulating, and then they'll verify you. Now you could just verify yourself. You can have 300 followers, but pay that money for that blue check mark, and now you don't know the difference now. It used to be a time you knew who a celebrity was with their blue check mark. Now they make it available to everybody. So to me, it's tainted. It's tainted now. Because if you've been working and putting that work in, to me, I don't care if you put all the work in on one platform. I think automatically, if you on Facebook as a content creator, or you on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, I think automatically you should be given a check mark once you reach a certain amount of views on your video or subscribers. Because if they know you on YouTube, they should know you on Instagram. That's just me. That's just my opinion. But now it's tainted. Anybody could get a check mark and they don't have to put the work in. They could be up there talking about straight nonsense, cussing like a sailor, sexualizing all women, talking about problematic, chaotic, dramatic things, and they will have that check mark and be all in your feed. That's a fact. And so, like Danae said, I think some of them are actually paying to get recognized more. Now, if they paying that money, okay, but I believe that they still put some of the stuff in the feed, and these people are not actually paying money to be seen. I think that their app, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, TikTok, I think that they're intentionally putting these people that we don't personally know in our feed because they want to continue to blow them up. Because they're making more money off that person that's on Love and Hip Hop or, excuse me, the Housewives show or podcast. They make more money. They get more people that'll come over to their OnlyFans. They get more people up there. Those apps gonna get more money. You a walking bank to them. Yep, we gonna blow them up. We gonna put their stuff in their feed and her feed. It didn't used to be like this, guys. It used to be we had VIP seats to see people content that we know personally. Now, if you following me on my Instagram, I got 2 Instagram pages. If you following me on either, or I have one specifically for my followers up here on YouTube, and I have one for my personal family and friends. It may be a couple of people that came down the pipeline. I let them over on the main page, but for the most part, that's what it is. And like I said, not anybody could come down the pipeline and get put on. And I'm saying like they in your feed. And so if any one of you have been finding it weird that you get up to a certain amount of subscribers and now they being taken away from you, if you notice that views are being stolen from you, if you were making a certain amount of money at one point and now you're not making that now, if you are seeing even your comments as the creator and owner of that channel be deleted and blocked, if people are coming to you saying, why did you delete me? I was subscribed to you. I got unsubscribed. I'm telling you all to pay attention. It's somebody or something behind that. And it needs to be called out. You're not going to Jedi mind trick me and play no game with me talking about, oh, well, the main people that used to follow your channel, they left because maybe they found somebody else that's on YouTube that's more interesting. Now, I'm not trying to hear that. At the end of the day, it's not popular talking about God, talking about how you need to change your conduct, holding people accountable, holding people responsible, calling out what the enemy does. Oh, but if you expose another human being and you embarrassing them and humiliating them and people in a comment section laughing and talking about them, then you gonna blow up. Anybody that's making videos on this man of God, David Taylor, now I'm gonna say his name. That man just got indicted by the FBI, him and some white woman from JMMI, they church. Everybody making jokes about this man. Okay, whatever. I'm not here to say whether he a false teacher or preacher or not. But the point I'm making is that anybody that's doing content on him and reactions on him, they stuff is blowing up and getting views. So the point I'm making again is when you put your mouth on other people, when you dog other people out up here, when you talk about them, when you make videos with their photo and you're dogging them out, talking about any dirt you have on them, any humiliating and embarrassing information you have on them, more than likely you are going to advance. Don't sell your soul and start doing that to other people. Be mindful of who you put your mouth on. Watch what you out here saying. Watch who you laugh at and who you make fun of. That's what I'm telling you all as I end this live. Just watch what you're doing because you reap what you sow. If the Holy Spirit has not dealt with you and said, son or daughter, you need to expose this person or publicly call this person out, you need to stay out of that lane. There are some fellow brothers and sisters in Christ up here. They do that and they're doing a great job. They need to be exposed because we need to learn about false teachers and preachers or certain things that they do if it's evil. A lot of these men of God are sleeping with women in their congregation. They're having babies with them. They are being abusive towards them. That is the evil that God wants us to expose. Okay? But what I'm saying is that if you just up here to get $1, or you just trying to get clout and be seen and raise yourself up to be a celebrity, you better watch yourself because you don't know when your day will come. Don't ever get cocky in this life and feel like you won't slip so far on ice till you slide and you fall. Anybody could get it. Any one of us. We are human beings. We get tired. We get weak. We get vulnerable. We get tempted. Temptation will overcome in certain points and moments. But if you think you're going to sit back and dog somebody out and laugh at them and talk about the fact that they failed and they fornicated or they masturbated or they overate or they told a lie or whatever it is that you want to put out to dog them out and talk about them, you better be extra careful and you better make sure that your life is clean, squeaky clean. You better make sure you ain't out here behind the scenes making no type of mistakes, because it'll be the person you least expect to expose you and blow you up. You don't know who knows who. You don't know who talks to who. You don't know who sees you when you go out in public. You just really don't know. It's not fear mongering. It's not for any one of you all to be afraid and be like, I'm scared, I can't do this, somebody watching me. No, you got to know God is always going to protect you. He's going to protect you and cover you. I know the character and the heart of God. Even when people think they got you and they finna set you up and they gonna sabotage you, I'm telling you, I've seen it in my own life. God will protect you. Let God handle your enemies. Let God handle your lightweight. Sleep good at night. My beautiful brothers and sisters, I sleep good at night, baby. I ain't out here trying to hurt and harm and come after. No, I don't have to come after you. I let God handle my lightweight. Think what you want to think. Say what you want to say. You will get dealt with. Especially if you come after me without a cause. Same thing applies to you all. When people come after you without a cause, I'm giving you Bible, they get dealt with. It doesn't have to happen in the time you think. Let God be God. God don't have to get your enemies back or deal with people on your watch. He doesn't have to. But I'm just saying, y'all got to be careful. We got to clean this stuff up. I'm here to bring changes to the masses. Did you read the bio? Did you all think that that was a joke? That's not a joke with me. We've got to stop this nonsense. You're not getting anywhere exposing and dogging out and laughing at other people and then putting God's name in front of it. People will say, well, I'm doing what God told me to do. But if you're doing what God told you to do, why are people laughing at other people? That's not of God. When God in the Bible tells us this, you don't gloat when your brother falls. When somebody falls in they mess, when they get caught up in affairs, when they having outside children, when they get caught stealing money and being abusive or being a witch or a warlock, whatever it is, don't you dare laugh at them. You should be crying out for them in their soul. You should be praying and crying out for their family members, because their families will be embarrassed by the fact that that's their mom, that's their dad, that's their cousin, their auntie, their uncle, their brother or sister that got caught up. You got to remember that you are not done living. You got to live your life like that. You got to say, okay, wait a minute. Now, I could call this person out. I could expose this person and blow them out the box. I got actual dirt on this person with all the receipts. But you know what? I'm not done living. I'm still out here living my life. I could fall tonight. I could fall tomorrow. And the Bible says God will not be mocked for whatsoever a man sows, he shall reap. People don't bring shame back under the Lord. Bring fear back under the Lord. Bring self-examination back under God. We are escaping this more and more and more daily. It's escaping people. They don't care. It's no real authentic fear of the Lord anymore. People casual and comfortable up here. And they will talk about you, other brothers and sisters in Christ, that they feel like they have arrived with the Bible and their philosophy and theology and the work they put in it, because they got a ministry and a church. They will feel like they are at this higher level and they can do what they do on their platform, and they laugh and they make jokes about the man or woman of God they talking about. And I'm sorry, I just don't believe. It's a conviction within me. I don't think it's right to sit back and be laughing at that. I've always felt a conviction when I see that. It's always been in me, up, keep your mouth closed. Don't do that. So I don't know what God this is that other people are talking about that allows people to expose these people, but their audience is cackling and chuckling and laughing and making jokes about that man or that woman that has gotten caught up with their hand in a cookie jar. I just like you all really believe the God of this earth that created heaven and earth and animated human beings at the beginning of their creation. You really think God is okay with us laughing at other human beings that he created because they fail? And we're cackling and making jokes about them. And you all normalize this and think that this is okay? I don't think so. Just be encouraged, guys, and make sure when you come up on this app, like I said again, shout out to YouTube for giving us a voice. Shout out to them for giving us an opportunity. If you have the opportunity to make money or to get your message out or your business or your vision, God bless them. But at the same time, let's be real. Just tell the truth of what it is. Everybody should be treated fairly. You don't keep certain people back and blow up other people because you feel like what another person talking about is not popular. It's not popular enough. It's not catchy enough. It's not in the algorithm. To me, that's unfair treatment. But it is what it is. I'm just bold enough to talk about it publicly. Thank all of you all for tuning in to the live. I'm about to get out of here. The Lord willing, I will be back with other lives. I'll put out more content. Thank all of you all for tuning in. If you like this, thank you. If you shared it, thank you. If you subscribe behind this, thank you. I appreciate all of you all for being very loving and respectful of me when I come up here, and even to each other. I see you all come. I tell you all the time, I love the way you all love on each other. Thank all of you all for tuning in and taking time out of your precious day and this Sunday to tune in to me, because I find that to be a blessing, because I know you all have busy lives and it's a lot that you all have to do. Some of you all are married, or you in a relationship, you got kids, you got one or two jobs. Some of you all might be sick, you're dealing with that, you're stressed out, but you still take time to tune into this platform, and I really do love and appreciate all of you all. Thank you for the $20 blessing to the person that gave that to me. I appreciate all of you all. Asia, let me read what Asia said. She said, Danae, same. I removed a lot of my IG followers. I believe the algorithm watches your circle followers geographical area and recommends content, but everyone doesn't want to view disruptive content. Asia, I agree with you, my beautiful sister. I do. I definitely agree that these people will look at who follows you. They look at who comments. They look at who are your regulars, and then they base content off of that. But then I have mixed emotions with that, Asia. You didn't say anything wrong. I agree with you 100%. But also, on top of what you said, I also want to add that I think, and well, I believe that they also intentionally put other content in your feed. I don't know if it's to compete. I don't know if it's to agitate you because they want to try to push you to call out names and talk about the person. I don't know what it is, but I should not be seeing content that I specifically push not interested in. And I'm still seeing it come down my feed, even in my account when I've put it to my settings. Then the watermark has disappeared off videos. It used to be a time you could have your watermark up here. Why is my watermark not up here? Even in my account, when I put my watermark that will come to the bottom right corner of the videos, it has vanished. It's not up there. It's so much I've just noticed, like somebody just tampering with it, just period. And I'm going to call it out. It may not mean anything to some of you, but it mean everything to me. And I'm going to call it out. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. Why is my watermark not up here? Why? I know the settings. I understand it. I know how to put the stuff up there. It's not up here. That's something else I noticed. I don't know if other content creators up here, if you have noticed that. Has your watermark disappeared? Are you seeing some of your videos be auto-dubbed? I know you could go into a setting and change it and say you don't want them auto-dubbed, but why was that even a factor? Why are you taking our voices from our videos, putting somebody else's voice? Why are you doing that? Why are you automatically turning certain content creators' videos into AI? without the content creator's permission. It's wild. It's wild. But thank you all for tuning in. Selena, Danae, Danny, Queen B, Asia. Who else is up here? I want to call all you all out. C, all of you all. Zahir, I see you. Letters to the flock, all of you all. I may not get to everybody's name. Sheeta D, Ramiro, all of y'all. Thank all of you all for tuning in. Thank all of you all for tuning in. God bless you. Thank you for commenting and engaging. I appreciate it. Who else do I need to call? Two cut, 32 handle, artist. Is it Danyon? Lisa Marie Hubbard, I see you, my sister. Cornelius, Isaac, Goldie Smell Good, the queen before you, Angela, Drew, Dating Guru, you all, Machiavelli, Jeanette, Valerie, Princess, Kyer, I see you. Free America, King Hazy, all of you all. Thank all of y'all. Y'all the top fans. That's why I'm calling you all's name. But until next time, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I gotta go now. I got some family that I gotta meet up with. Some of them was calling me while we was on this live. So I know they PO'd at me. Randy, hey, Randy, you came to the party late, sir. But I love you, Randy. Danny and Randy, they my moderators. Mr. Hoodie, I don't know where he is. He probably busy today. Because I don't tell my moderators when I'm going live. I just come up here. I don't like to bother them. I had their email addresses, and I could tell them, but I don't want to bother them. So I gotta go, guys. And today my hair wash day. I have made Saturdays and Sundays. I think that's gonna be my hair wash day. Oh, Randy, you been here the whole time? Okay. Yeah, y'all. I gotta wash my hair, y'all. I try to wash it like once out the week. I should increase it to twice a week, but I keep it to once a week. But guys, I'm gonna see you all next time. I don't know when I'm gonna go live again, but it's a topic that I addressed in the video, and I want to go live on that. I really do. So I might go live tomorrow in a couple of days, the Lord willing. I'm not sure, but y'all be good. Like I said, enjoy your work week, enjoy your time at church or at school, or if you on vacation, whatever you guys got going on, may the blood of Jesus cover all of you all. May you be covered. May God give you all of the things that you need. Resources, money, food, clothing, money for repairs to your car, money to pay your rent, your mortgage. May the Lord in heaven saturate you with the finances, the provision, the uncommon favor you need to pay all of your bills and have more than enough stored up in your cupboard. In Jesus' name. That is my prayer for all of you all. May you be healed in your body. If any one of you is battling any type of sickness or disease, may the Lord in heaven touch you. May you all be blessed with your Kairos moment. In Jesus' name. So until next time, guys, hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.